Hello everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, a look back at how Mainers dealt with the first big snowfall of the season.
Plus, we'll hear how new federal funding will help Maine farmers who are dealing with forever chemicals.
And we'll also visit a special bakery in Winslow who helps to improve people's days in a very meaningful way, one cookie at a time.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us. Little bird tells me too that Santa Claus may visit us sometime this morning too.
A couple times.
We're looking forward to that. We'll have Santa right here in our very own studio.
Yeah.
So we'll look forward to that. We'll have all the day's news coming up, but first to check that forecast. Looks like today will be a quieter day. Tonight, very cold, bone-chilling weather moving in. And by the way, the roads are still pretty slippery out there, so you'll want to take it easy.
Yeah, I know they're still cleaning up right now, but they'll have plenty of time today before it really freezes over tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's check in with Devin Biggs for that full forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Tip Trailer Grocers, offering discounted and a great selection of local produce, meat, and dairy. We do have one little bit of a small crowd advisory left that will drop this afternoon at around 1 p.m. or so. Things will begin to improve as we do move forward. Any snowflakes left over will be tapering off as we move forward as well. Still some reduced visibilities as a result, mainly near the Bar Harbor area, also near the Rockland area as well. So there are a few areas of reduced visibility. Still has some snow. Does continue to fall. Nothing too extreme. The last several hours we've been watching a lot of this taper off. And throughout the daytime today, we'll be watching for this tapering off and the clouds to break up too. We will be under a partly cloudy sky overall today with more sunshine during the afternoon period as this area low pressure right here continues to track off to the south and east. It'll begin to leave us alone. And as you can tell, the snow is really beginning to taper off after we got some snowfall across the region yesterday. Futurecast moving forward, though, a partly cloudy sky common today. Some clouds to the north, but also some more clouds to the south. We'll have some clouds to start things off for the day on Wednesday. As for the wind, not too bad, roughly at around 10 miles per hour sustained. Roughly overall today will be at around 5 to 10 miles per hour, and the wind's looking pretty decent as we head towards your Wednesday as well. Forecast overall for today, let's say partly cloudy, highs in the low 30s, the north wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a partly cloudy sky, temperatures in the 20s and 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
All right, thank you, Devin. Well, the first significant snowfall of the season left the state with a fresh blanket of winter white, and although some welcomed the snow, it did cause big problems for others.
No one knows that better than the folks who live on or near Mount Desert Island. Multiple crashes in the Bar Harbor area caused delays and road closures to and from the island. Our Doug Banks spoke with first responders.
Shortly after 6 a.m. on Romer's Corner in Trenton, a vehicle traveling northbound on Route 3 struck a telephone pole. Versant power crews were called to repair the pole, while first responders from Bar Harbor, Ellsworth, and Lemoyne rerouted traffic to Route 230.
There was another accident right here on the Oak Point Road, right in the thick of the rerouting of traffic. Where I understand that person decided to turn around and they got hit by another vehicle.
These crashes were just 2 out of the several that occurred on this snowy Monday.
There was a car that got in an accident in Tremont. There was cars that got in accidents in Lemoyne. All the local fire departments were quite busy this morning. Route
3 reopened around 10 a.m., but the closure served as a reminder that winter roads in Maine can be treacherous.
You want to make sure you give yourself more time in the morning, but life isn't always perfect, so you just do the best you can, give yourself plenty of room, and the biggest thing is, make sure you're prepared to drive in these conditions.
And first responders are taking that into account as well.
We as responders, slow down, pay attention to what you're doing, get there safely, because that's where you can be most effective.
In Trenton, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The storm also caused thousands of power outages as it started to pick up Monday morning, but most customers now have their electricity restored. As of early this morning, Central Maine Power was still trying to restore power to more than 4,100 customers, and Versant Power only had 2 active outages. Those are located in the town of Hancock.
A lot of progress indeed.
Yeah.
Well, the storm caused multiple cancellations and had plow trucks hard at work. Some of those people happy to see all the activity, including local business owners.
Our Grace Blanchard spoke with them.
Mainers braced for the first plowable snow of the season. And while many hunkered down, the work is just beginning for some local businesses.
It's always a gift when it's snowing, always.
For the local ski areas, it's exactly what they've been waiting for as they work to get people back on the slopes.
It makes such a difference for us. First off, making snow on snow is it starts piling quicker. Traveling to get to them, we can use snowmobiles. We don't have to use four-wheelers. Just everything about it's easier when there's snow for us.
And as drivers brave the roads, local tire shops say they often get slammed this time of year.
We get a multitude of different calls on days like today, especially where it's the first real substantial fall, for scheduling emergency replacement, can't get out of my driveway.
Studded snow tires can be put on as early as October, according to the owner of Twin City Tires in Brewer, although he says many tend to wait until the first snowfall.
Snow tires are really important for traction. They stay pliable in the colder temperatures, not only with deep snow, but with the hard packed snow and the ice conditions, black ice especially.
Mattson says this storm is a reminder that it's important to get your vehicles ready for the Maine weather.
Other things that people would want to think about this time of year are the condition of your belts and batteries, your headlamps, are they bright enough, are your wipers in good condition? All those things should be factored into winter travel to help you stay safe on the road.
Although there was not enough snow for Herman Mountain to officially open, they plan to hopefully open for the season within the next few weeks. And local tire shops say anyone planning on getting their snow tires should schedule an appointment sooner than later. In Bangor, I'm Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Authorities have released new details about a man who died Sunday in Newburgh. They say it was a 79-year-old man who was cutting trees on his property off of Western Avenue. Rescuers were called in just after noon on Sunday when the man was discovered under a fallen tree. CPR was performed, but the man could not be saved. His death is now considered an accidental forestry accident.
Well, a neighbor and a friend of the man who was recently found dead at his Fairfield home says he will be missed dearly. According to police, 62-year-old Edwin Weeks was found dead last Tuesday when a friend stopped by to check on him. Following an autopsy, his death was ruled a homicide, and the cause of death was said to be sharp force trauma. A neighbor who didn't want to go on camera spoke with us and described who Weeks was as a person.
He was a really good friend of ours, not just a neighbor, so, I really do, and I did adore him. He was also a very religious person, and he really just believed in, God. He was kind to people and everything. He liked to help people as much as he could, but not put himself in the ground.
A 22-year-old Raheem Shamar Goodwin of Benton was arrested last Wednesday and charged with Weeks' murder. Goodwin is expected to make his appearance in court today in Somerset County Superior Court.
A former game warden who had been placed on administrative leave is now officially no longer with the department. Jeremy Judd of Mechanic Falls was placed on leave about a month ago after a member of the public filed a complaint against him. Game officials declined to say what the complaint was or whether he had been fired, but they confirmed to the Bangor Daily that he no longer works as a warden. This was the second time Judd, who appeared on the TV show Northwood's Law, was placed on administrative leave. In July of 2019, he pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct after assaulting a person at a Bangor concert while off duty.
A Lewiston mass shooting survivor and some family members of the victims are heading to Washington, D.C. They still have a lot of questions about what happened and the steps that can be taken now.
Mal Meyer explains the answers some are hoping to get.
This is still like a big dream to us. It's a nightmare, but it's a big dream. And
Leroy Walker's son Joe Walker was the manager at Schmangy's Bar and Grill. He was one of the 18 people killed by the sole suspect.
this gentleman was sick a long time before he came to Lewiston to kill the people that he killed.
Documents obtained show the suspect's Army Reserve unit was worried he would commit a mass shooting.
I think there was a lot of things missed.
Walker and others want to know what the military was aware of, when they knew it, and what was done in response. He's hoping Maine's congressional delegation can help get those answers.
But I just think there's a lot more that can be gained out of this than what we really know at this point.
Walker's attorney says they will be in closed-door meetings with all 4 members of Congress on Thursday. 1 survivor and 5 family members of some of the victims are headed to D.C. for it.
There are multiple ways to deal with this issue.
This is happening as Senator King just announced a new gun control proposal, the Gas-Operated Semi-Automatic Firearms Exclusion, or Go Safe Act.
This is a comprehensive piece of legislation dealing with the predominant weapons that are used in mass shootings.
They're a killing machine. It's as simple as that. And we would like to see something done so that we can't kill this many people in just a few seconds.
Walker wants to know if there's support for it, how that can move forward, and what ideas the lawmakers have.
Teachers are voicing skepticism about a Maine proposal to update science education standards to incorporate teaching about genocide, eugenics, and the Holocaust. They say they have concerns about adequate teacher training and the nuanced nature of the material. The Maine Department of Education is performing the update that is part of a review of standards required every 5 years. The proposal states that science has sometimes been used by those in power to oppress and abuse others, and that science education in the state should reflect that.
Well, members of Maine's congressional delegation are calling on the Veterans Administration to provide reliable Wi-Fi service at community-based outpatient clinics. In a letter to the VA secretary, they said reliable Wi-Fi is critical for continued health care services for Maine veterans. They say none of Maine's outpatient clinics for vets have public Wi-Fi, and some have no Wi-Fi at all.
The delegation says technology plays a critical role in providing health care in Maine, especially given the remoteness of many areas. All right, the time now is 6:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, Maine farmers whose land has been tainted by so-called forever chemicals stand to get some financial help from the federal government. We'll have the details.
But first, another check of that weather forecast. Today, a quieter day. It will be partly cloudy with a high near 30 degrees. Partly cloudy overnight with a low of 9 degrees. Better bundle up. Tomorrow, another partly cloudy day with highs near 29.
Rennie's, a Maine adventure.
Holy mackerel, look at all this candy. We got Reese's, Snickers, Kit Kat, Bueno Bar, Terry's Chocolate Orange,
Starburst candy canes, regular candy canes.
Regular candy canes.
We got Russell Stovers as well. Ghirardelli caramel squares.
Yeah, we got everything.
We got tons of Christmas candy at Rennie's. It can fill your stocking. Go to Rennie's.
Rennie's, a Maine adventure.
If I don't hear from you tonight, I know it, but I can't let go. Everything I love is out to sea.
The Greg B. Harrell Show. ...
Am I supposed to read the ...
More than that, you know there's nothing.
All the nonsense
Fibber.
meets no nonsense.
I don't buy it.
Judge Judy.
Weekdays at 5 on ABC 7.
This is the People's Court.
What will you do with binoculars looking into her yard? That's creepy as hell.
It's rough, it's tough, and we just can't get enough.
You're both total liars.
Real litigants, real cases, real drama. The People's Court
On ABC 7.
Welcome back, everyone. New federal funding will be going to help Maine farmers affected by forever chemicals, also known as PFAS.
Our Augusta area reporter, Corey Bouchard, learned more about how the funds will be spent.
So overarchingly, what this grant does is, I think, really emphasizes and enhances the work that we're already doing in the state, but allows the funds to go further.
Nancy McBrady, the Deputy Commissioner for the Maine Department of Agriculture, Conservation, and Forestry, is talking about a $5 million grant from the USDA that was awarded to the PFAS Fund Advisory Committee. The committee is tasked with providing direct relief to Maine farmers impacted by PFAS contamination.
It was a really wonderful match that we were able to benefit from, and we are utilizing the funding in a number of areas that will be very familiar to the work done by this committee.
Mick Brady went on to say the $5 million will be distributed in the following way. $3 million will be awarded to research projects of up to $500,000 apiece. $1 million will be awarded to farm infrastructure enhancements. $100,000 will be awarded to business planning and assistance work. And a currently undisclosed amount will be awarded to the CDC to help expand their PFAS lab to allow for dedicated PFAS analysis.
We believe very strongly that we can utilize this federal funding from USDA for the benefit of other farms and programs throughout the United States. Contingent upon all of the work that we're doing, we need to be able to provide guidance, resources, learnings, et cetera, to other programs that might be established elsewhere in the future. So we're taking very seriously the opportunity to use these funds to make that happen.
The committee will be holding 2 public hearings in the coming months. One is scheduled for December 11th at the Deering Building in Augusta. The other is January 11th at the Augusta Civic Center. In Augusta, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
And the Shepherd's Godparent Home is a Bangor shelter for women who are pregnant or find themselves in a parenting crisis. An open house over the weekend helped the community get a little more familiar with them. The shelter houses women ages 13 to 40 years of age and provides so much more than just a roof and 3 meals a day. Residents also receive counseling, parenting classes, life and job skills, training, as well as academic classes to better their future. All of the services offered at the Godparent Home are funded through private donations, local churches, and other service organizations that support the work of the nonprofit on a regular basis.
We have supported this home for many, many years, and we just see the work that God does in these young women's and babies' lives, and it's a cause that you can't walk by without really feeling like you need to help.
The Shepherd's Godparent Home currently houses 9 women and their children in its 2 residential homes. The nonprofit is planning a Christmas donation drive with Maine State Representative Austin Theriault at the Crosspoint Church on Broadway in Bangor on December 16th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's where the public can drop off toys, warm clothing, and cleaning products to benefit the women at the shelter.
Well, it's beginning to look a lot like a Victorian Christmas for the Bangor Historical Society. From December 9th until the 22nd, holidays at the Hill House are back for the first time since the pandemic. The event is free and open to the public Monday through Saturday from 12 until 4, with a special evening showing on Wednesday the 13th from noon until 8.
So many people walk through the front doors on a normal day, not realizing what we have here at the Historical Society. But when they come in and see it decorated for Christmas, I mean, you definitely see the looks in their eyes. I mean, memories coming back from however many years ago. And it's just really nice to see those emotions coming back.
To learn about their Ghosts of Christmas Past, you can visit their Facebook page or their website at bangorhistoricalsociety.org. Looks beautiful too. They've got a really great collection there. They like to haul it out during Christmas time. Yeah. But other times of the year, they have one that's like a funeral collection they showed one time with all these Victorian autopsy things, and I don't know, it's very interesting.
Yeah, I just put it on my to-do list.
There you go.
I mean, it's just a suggested donation, and they do a lot of work for Bangor. Matt Bishop, he's a trusted resource to us, and he's always ready to share some stuff about the Bangor Historical Society and Bangor in general. So go support them. They're working really hard. Or Matt is specifically. He's kind of the guy.
Yeah, he's the guy these days. He's very enthusiastic about it too.
Yeah, he loves it. It's awesome. Yeah. Yep. Okay, the time now is 6:19. After the break, Baker & Winslow has created a new business to bake cookies and uplift people's mental health.
We'll hear all about it, plus that full weather forecast as Good Morning Maine continues.
Saving for higher education for my kids is super important to my husband and me because we obviously want to give them opportunities to explore whatever their passion might be. I kind of consider it as a non-negotiable. I have to pay my electric bill, I've got to pay my heat bill, and I'm going to put money aside for my kids' higher education.
To learn more about NextGen 529, its investment objectives, risks, and costs, read the program description at nextgenforme.com. Check if your home state has a 529 plan that offers tax or other benefits.
You know what today is? It's Tuesday. But no matter what day of the week, Lowry & Associates is your go-to law firm. If you've been hurt, call us right now.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Come stop by Triple S Tack Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel, for quality clothing and equestrian gear.
Pat's Pizza in Holden has recently expanded their seating capacity. Call now for reserving your event or holiday party with us. The new indoor golf simulators are open for the season. Call now for reservations.
A Winslow resident is helping to boost people's mental health with her homemade sugar cookies.
Holly Kidley opened Make Their Day Bakery last year. She says her sweet gig is not just about cookies, but rather letting others know that they are thought of.
Our Jody Hersey has more.
Holly Kidley recently moved to Winslow, and so did her cookie business known as Make Their Day Bakery.
And we started making them for family and friends, and now it's a micro bakery out of my house.
Even though Kidley has been baking all her life, sugar cookies are her specialty.
We've done a wedding, we've done bridal showers. I had an order for logos for Job Corps for all their centers, and they're like mascots, and I did them by hand and painted, and it took hours, and I don't regret it because I learned so much through it.
Kidley says as much as she enjoys whipping up these desserts, the work she's truly doing exceeds one's sweet tooth.
I work full-time in prevention, and I do a little bit with suicide prevention and a lot with substance use prevention with adolescents. And so mental health is actually my background. It's really, really important. It's a big mission that I'm really trying to expand on. Yes, my social media presence is cookies, but I really want to share those positive messages and encouraging people that mental health doesn't have to be taboo.
Sharing a cookie or two just might be a window into a tough conversation.
You know, our brand isn't just cookies. We want people to know they're thought of, that someone's thinking about them. And so we know cookies aren't saving the world, but in that moment, to share a smile, to let people know that they're on someone else's mind is an important thing.
Customers order online through Kidley's Make Their Day Bakery website or Facebook page. Then Kidley and her family ship or personally transport them.
We're lucky to have family all the way down in Kennebunk and all the way up in Bangor that help us deliver and make the holiday special.
In Winslow, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Boy, she's really good at that too. Each one's a little work of art.
Yeah, they're perfect.
Yeah,
each one.
I'd like to eat a dozen.
I know, that's the problem. Okay, the time now is 6:23.
Let's get a full look at our weather forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Tip Trailer Grocers, offering discounted and a great selection of local produce, meat, and dairy. Alrighty, here we go. Small cat advisory is posted until 1 p.m. this afternoon for this little area right about in here, as wayfinds do remain a little bit active. Again, improvement will be seen as the day progresses on. Here's the wayfinds right now at around 4 to 6 feet. We're going to be watching for gradual improvement, and that's why they'll be trimming back the small cat advisories here as we head towards the afternoon period. But meanwhile, though, a little bit of snow still falling out there. Bar Harbor, Rockland, mainly along the coast, so still seeing some areas of snow, reducing the visibility just a little bit. But things are starting to improve. Here's the last several hours, though. We've had some snow out there. We're starting to see that improving now. We'll start to lose the clouds throughout the daytime period today, so a partly cloudy sky will be common before we're all finished up. Bigger picture, though, here's that front right about in here. It'll be moving out of here pretty quickly, though. And again, I mean some improvement on the way, but more clouds on the way coming up later on tonight. So overall, we'll still say a partly to mostly cloudy sky in that nature. So for today, a partly cloudy sky before we're all finished up, so not too bad out there. We'll have some clouds to the north later on tonight and some more clouds to the south going to the north and east as we head towards the overnight period and parts of Wednesday morning as well. But those get out of here to reveal some sunshine. So we'll call it partly cloudy for the day on Wednesday as well. Then once we head towards Wednesday night, some clouds to the north, but we're looking pretty good as we head towards early Thursday morning. As our average high temperature is now 38 degrees this time of the year, though. We'll be in the lower 30s today, actually below average for a change. Upper 20s Wednesday to Thursday, middle 30s Friday. Here's a sharp warm up, lower 40s Saturday, possibly upper 40s on the way Sunday, and also near Monday of next week. So here we go for today. We'll say lower 30s and a partly cloudy sky, and a north wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, we'll say around 9 degrees, getting pretty cold out there with a partly cloudy sky, and the north wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. As we move ahead towards tomorrow, we'll say the upper 20s, partly cloudy, the north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, Tip Trailer Grocers extended forecast. Mostly cloudy for the day on Thursday with highs in the upper 20s. We warm up into the mid 30s by Friday with a lot of sunshine, and mostly cloudy for the day on Saturday with highs in the low 40s.
Look who's waking up with Good Morning America and you this week. Ryan Seacrest, Emma Stone, Rami Youssef, and Shannon Doherty. All this week on America's favorite morning show.
Good morning, America. You know what today is? It's Tuesday. But no matter what day of the week, Lowry & Associates is your go-to law firm. If you've been hurt, call us right now.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Don't get cold feet this winter. Stay warm and dry with high-performance footwear from Comfort Shoes and More. With an extensive selection of winter boots rated from 0 to minus 60 degrees Fahrenheit, you'll find comfort in knowing your feet will be warm in any weather. Discover the latest in functional and fashionable footwear with grippers built right into the sole. With boots in stock up to 6E and size 17 for men and women. Take the drive to Newport for a sit and fit to find your perfect fit. You and your feet will be glad you did.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
Brandywine Graphics makes it easy. We are the top source for screen printing, embroidery, branded merchandise, and direct-to-garment printing. With 25 years experience, state-of-the-art equipment, and a commitment to excellence, why trust your apparel products with anyone else? And now, Brandywine Graphics can easily launch online stores for your school or organization. Simply design your products from brands like Eddie Bauer, Carhartt, and more. Share the link and we'll do the rest. Like we said, Brandywine Graphics makes it easy. Find out more at brandywinegraphics.com or at our Hamden location.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Lawmakers in the United States are warning President Biden's planned aid to Israel must be met with assurances of concrete steps from the government to protect the lives of civilians in the Gaza Strip.
This as Israel's military has renewed calls for mass evacuations from the southern town of Khan Yunis as it widens its ground offensive and bombards targets across Gaza. Fox News correspondent Nate Foy has the latest from northern Israel.
Ground operations are nearly finished in northern Gaza, according to an IDF general. This courthouse is now rubble as Israeli jets bombard Hamas targets farther south, including in Khan Yunis, where the IDF warned civilians to evacuate 20 city blocks this morning. Many did not.
There is no safe area in the Gaza Strip.
Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said today Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu should be tried for war crimes, as Israel faces growing pressure from the United States.
We will operate in maximum force against Hamas terrorists and infrastructures while minimizing harm to the civilian.
On its northern front, Israel struck a Hezbollah command and control center for a fourth straight day. The IDF is using live munitions during training exercises in the country's north as they prepare for a possible escalation with Hezbollah terrorists in Lebanon. Hezbollah terrorists fire on northern Israel from valleys like this, unless IDF soldiers stop them. Israeli forces use armored personnel carriers like this to transport and provide cover for infantry conducting operations on the ground. A possible next phase in this war against an even stronger enemy.
We know who they are, we know what they can do, and we know what we can do, and we're ready.
Hezbollah and Israel continue exchanging intense artillery fire tonight as the Israeli War Cabinet meets ahead of a planned meeting with the families of hostages who remain in Hamas captivity tomorrow. In northern Israel, Nate Foy, Fox News.
23andMe says a data breach affected personal information for many of its users. A report says the company, known for its DNA and ancestry linking, found that hackers were able to access data from 6.9 million users after they obtained user login information from non-affiliated security breaches. The hacked login details were reportedly the same for 23andMe. The company says the hackers were able to gain access to users' family tree information and potential relatives who have genetic matches. The report says 23andMe is still in the process of notifying everyone affected by the breach and urges all of its users to update their passwords.
That's not good.
Okay, coming up on the second half of the newscast, Santa and his reindeer have a very busy schedule this month, but word on the street is they're making a time to visit the Woodlawn Museum in Ellsworth this weekend and our very own studio in just a few minutes.
He's a very busy guy, but yet he's come by. He's sitting in our director's booth right now watching the show. Looking forward to talking to Santa later on. We'll have the details as Good Morning Maine continues.
Miracle Ear made it easy. I just booked an appointment, and a certified hearing care professional evaluated my hearing loss and helped me find the right device calibrated to my unique hearing needs.
Call now and book your free hearing evaluation.
I got hurt in a car accident, and I'm worried the insurance company is trying to take advantage of me.
Fight fire with fire and call the twos.
Lowry and Associates got me $300,000 for my car accident.
We win for you.
Orono is more than just a college town. It's an affordable destination. Welcome to the Orono Arcade, where we have both modern and retro games. And for a new experience, check out our 9-hole blacklight mini golf course. Budget-friendly, fun for the whole family, with 13 restaurants within walking distance. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Orono Arcade.
Harris Lumber is locally owned and has been serving the Pequot region for more than 50 years. See them for all your projects, big or small. Customer service is their #1 priority. And with a full line of lumber and hardware items, they can also deliver to your job site. Harris Lumber, Milo.
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota Equipment, the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, with professional grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right. All backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
Miracle Ear made it easy. I just booked an appointment, and a certified hearing care professional evaluated my hearing loss and helped me find the right device calibrated to my unique hearing needs.
Call now and book your free hearing evaluation.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Tuesday, December 5th, 2023. Today is also National Blue Jeans Day.
On May 20th of 1873, Taylor Jacob Davis and businessman Levi Strauss obtained a patent from the U.S. government, which allowed them to place metal rivets in men's work pants for the first time. This wasn't the official invention of blue jeans. These men were just the first to produce them commercially en masse. At the time, they were known as waist overalls, catching on fast among American laborers. From ranch hands to railroad workers, factory employees to farmers, waist overalls were like a uniform for the working class American.
Still are today.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, love myself a good pair of blue jeans.
It was
once they're broken in after a while,
right.
you know. So,
yeah, I ordered a pair. I kind of splurged on Black Friday, and then I ordered a nice pair.
There you go.
Hopefully they're showing up today. But it was interesting reading about the history, because it wasn't until they said the first recorded time a woman wore jeans was in the 1950s. Of course, it was more normal for women to wear skirts around that time, and it wasn't until the 30s that they were kind of popularized across the board for everyone. So it's just interesting how this has been a staple in clothing for so many years, but the history is so cool to learn about.
My grandmother used to call them dungarees.
Yeah, right?
Gotta go get your dungarees on.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, I love that.
All right, history time. For some history on this day in 1791, Austrian composer Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart died in Vienna at the age of 35. 1 year later, in 1792, George Washington was re-elected as U.S. president. In 1848, U.S. President James Polk triggered the gold rush of 1849 by confirming a gold discovery in California. There's gold in them there hills.
Right, yeah. And in 1872, the American two-mast sailing ship, the Mary Celeste, was found abandoned some 400 nautical miles from the Azores in Portugal. The fate of the 10 people on board remains a mystery to this day. Fantastic story to listen to if you love mysteries and stuff of the type.
Yeah.
Just fascinating. All sorts of theories around that. In 1893, an electric car was built at the Dixon Carriage Works in Toronto. It could go 15 miles between charges. And in 1932, German physicist Albert Einstein was granted a visa to enter America. And 1 year later, in 1933, Prohibition ended in the U.S. when the 21st Amendment to the U.S. Constitution was ratified, repealing the 18th Amendment.
Pretty interesting. I covered a story one time up on French Island in Old Town where they found an old, like a hidden distillery they had down in their basement, and there was like piping going upstairs so people could have a little drink or something like that. You know, it touched lives all over the country.
I love hearing about that stuff, especially in Maine, because Maine was one of the first states to have prohibition.
Right.
So you'll hear about these old barns full of bathtubs.
Oh,
and it's like, ooh, I wonder what was going on there.
They still wanted their cocktails and whatnot.
Right.
So. All right, for birthdays today, we have the iconic animation film producer Walt Disney. He was born on this day back in 1901 and passed in 1966. American singer and pianist Little Richard was born on this day in 1932. He passed away only a few years ago at the age of 88. And actor Frankie Muniz, known especially for his role as Malcolm in the Middle, or what is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Malcolm in the Middle, right?
Yeah, you got it right.
He's 38 today, and he's still alive.
Right, he's the lone not posthumous one today.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
All right, time again for that forecast. It's going to be very chilly tonight. Kind of a calm day today. You might see a few flurries from time to time, but no big deal. But the real thing is tonight it's getting cold. You need to start thinking about your pets, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Make
dangerously
sure that they're warm.
cold.
Yeah.
Yep. Here's Devin Biggs with that forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Tip Trailer Grocers, offering discounted and a great selection of local produce, meat, and dairy. We do have one little bit of a small crowd advisory left that will drop this afternoon at around 1 p.m. or so. Things will begin to improve as we do move forward. Any snowflakes left over will be tapering off as we move forward as well. Still some reduced visibilities as a result, mainly near the Bar Harbor area, also near the Rockland area as well. So there are a few areas of reduced visibility. Still has some snow. Does continue to fall. Nothing too extreme. No, the last several hours we've been watching a lot of this taper off. And throughout the daytime today, we'll be watching for this tapering off and the clouds to break up too. We will be under a partly cloudy sky overall today with more sunshine during the afternoon period as this area low pressure right here continues to track off to the south and east. It'll begin to leave us alone. And as you can tell, the snow is really beginning to taper off after we got some snowfall across the region yesterday. Futurecast moving forward though, a partly cloudy sky common today. Some clouds to the north, but also some more clouds to the south. We'll have some clouds to start things off for the day on Wednesday. As for the wind, not too bad, roughly at around 10 miles per hour sustained. Roughly overall today will be at around 5 to 10 miles per hour, and the wind's looking pretty decent as we head towards your Wednesday as well. Forecast overall for today, let's say partly cloudy, highs in the low 30s, the north wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a partly cloudy sky, temperatures in the 20s and 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
All right, thank you, Devin. Well, Santa Claus is pretty busy getting ready for the holiday, but he'll be taking some time off to meet with local children at the Woodlawn Museum in Ellsworth. Santa and some of his reindeer will be visiting the museum on Sunday from 10 until noon. He'll be listening to children's wish lists, and it's also a chance to see some real reindeer. The Horizon food truck will also be there with delicious treats and hot coffee. The event is free, and a request from Santa: people are encouraged to leave their pets at home. They might make the reindeer a little bit nervous.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, so don't bring your dogs and things like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So what a neat thing, though.
No word, though, on if Rudolph will be in attendance.
Yeah, well, a couple of the reindeer will be there at least, so you can
Right.
go check out some reindeer.
Cool.
You don't see that every day.
Yeah, not many chances to go check out reindeer.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, still to come here this morning, Tyler Cruz will have the latest with sports. Plus,
we'll see Santa.
Santa's
Old
coming
Saint
to
Nick
town.
will be in the studio in
Yeah.
just a little bit to talk about some neat things.
Yeah.
So, all right, don't go away.
My father started a roofing company in the 1970s.
Back when asbestos was still commonly used in Maine.
When George was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew there wasn't a cure yet, but we knew he needed help.
We called Joe Bornstein's office because this family means business.
Their team is handling everything, representing Mainers who were victims of asbestos exposure.
We highly recommend the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
Gun Sports and Brewer knows that for fun, exercise, and meeting new friends, nothing is better than ice skating. Whether it's sailing down the ice, making a great pass, and scoring in a game of hockey, or the great strength and expression of figure skating. From the youngest child all the way to adulthood, anyone can enjoy the fun of skating. At Gun Sports, we supply the equipment for your skating fun for great prices, the proper fit, and service after the sale. Shop your locally owned Gun Sports shop, Greenpoint Road in Brewer.
Rennie's, a Maine adventure.
When you come to Rennie's to do your Christmas shopping, you're guaranteed to find something for everybody.
Everybody on your list, from your teacher to your mom to your dad, your grandparents, your pets, your children. We always have a great selection of everything you need, and it's constantly changing at Rennie's. And if you can't find that gift, we have Rennie's gift cards, and those are always perfect.
Thank you for shopping Rennie's.
Rennie's, a Maine adventure.
Plan and build your ideal new home or garage with a customized building package from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. It was a great weekend for Maine hockey. A big win on Friday over New Hampshire kicked it off, and a win on Sunday over UConn wrapped it up. The Black Bears are now the 8th-ranked team in the country. On Friday night, Maine was led by newcomer Josh Nadeau. Josh had a hat trick in their 5-2 win over 15th-ranked New Hampshire, all three of them assisted by his brother Bradley. On Sunday, Bradley Nadeau had a hat trick of his own, his 5th multi-point game of the year, and what do you know? Josh assisted on all three of those goals in the 7-3 win. Both Nadeau brothers were named Co-Hockey East Player of the Week, and on Monday morning, Ben Barr with some high praise for his two freshmen.
For freshmen, regardless of how highly touted they are or how good they were in junior, like you never know how fast they're going to catch up with the compete level and the size and strength of college hockey, and those guys haven't really taken too much time to adapt, and what they've been able to do so far is pretty incredible.
It's a quick turnaround for Maine after Sunday's win. They are back in action Wednesday on the road playing Union College. Union was where a young assistant coach, Ben Barr, got his first kicks in as a hockey coach, and the lessons he learned while handling the obstacles of coaching at a small school like Union are still with him today.
Being part of that and seeing that in those circumstances was the most valuable education a young coach could ever have at the college level. there was a vision there from Nate and Rick, and I was just a part of it, just to see, this is what we have to do, this is how we have to build this thing, and to see it work. I've taken that with me, at many different places, and it was really, really invaluable for me.
That should be an interesting matchup. That game is on Wednesday. Let's stay with some hockey now. We mentioned last week that Lewiston boys soccer, they were headed to be honored at Gillette Stadium this past Sunday against the Chargers. Probably the only highlight from Gillette Stadium on Sunday, and also on Sunday, Lewiston girls hockey had a pretty cool experience too. As part of Hockey is for Everyone night, coaches and players from Lewiston High School girls hockey were down at TD Garden for the Bruins game, and after their 3-1 win over Columbus, they also had the chance to take some pictures, meet with Jeremy Swayman and Charlie McAvoy. Certainly looks like a fun night for those girls. All right, let's go to the basketball court now. Celtics in action in the first round of the NBA in-season tournament against the Pacers. Winner goes to Vegas for the semifinals. Celtics had a lead at half, but it was a tough third quarter for them. Here they are down 9. Jason Tatum here is going to fake the back cut. Derek White finds him. He plants, shoots, and drains it. Celtics down at 3 now. Tatum, a tough shot. Rebound goes to Al Horford, to Jaylen Brown, and he ties things all up at 94 with a 3. Still tied, under 2 to play. Tyrese Halliburton had a game and the shot of the night right here. Drains a deep 3 through the foul from JB. He'd connect at the line for the 4-point play, and Boston could not stop the bleeding off the inbounds. Buddy Hield gets it, and he hits a 3 of his own. The Celtics, they would fall in this one 122 to 112.
It's hard to withstand 18 turnovers to 6 turnovers. And so when you turn the ball over, you just let them get out in transition. And I just thought we lost some of our offensive purpose. Just they didn't take care of the ball. And I think we had 7 turnovers in the third quarter. And so when you do that against that team, they make you pay.
All right, twist my arm. We got to talk to Patriots now. After the Lewiston Blue Devils rang the bell pregame, it was a real ugly showing for the Pats offense on Sunday. Despite the defense not allowing a single touchdown, New England losing to the visiting Chargers by a 6-0 final score. The Patriots have now allowed 10 or less points in 3 straight games, dating back to their 10-6 loss in London. They are the only team in the Super Bowl era to lose all 3 of those games. They played in Germany, actually. Sunday, outside of a few second-half drives, their offense was virtually non-existent. They lost Ramondre Stevenson to an ankle sprain early on. Now they have a short week ahead of them, going to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers on Thursday night.
It's quick turnaround that, again, physically, mentally, and then from a game planning standpoint, we just all have to, not try to do too much game planning, but, physically be ready to go and be ready to compete for 60 minutes.
Quick turnaround. We know how these Thursday night games go, so we really got to get on it in terms of our mental preparation and, not so much physically, but mentally we got to be ready to go.
All right, should be a fun game. That is all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Maine QuitLink offers free help to stop smoking and vaping, including personalized quit plans and free patches, gum, and/or lozenges with every program. Get connected to a quit coach, trained to develop a plan that works for you. Learn how to curb cravings and overcome slips and relapses. It's free, it works, and people who enroll are 2 times more likely to successfully quit. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW or enroll online at mainequitlink.com.
Hello, fellow flyers. I'm the Savvy Traveler, here to share the secrets of convenience at Bangor International Airport. Parking, you're steps away from the terminal. Inside, even more conveniences. And friendly, efficient security. All of these make BGR the official airport of you. Remember, the Savvy Travel through Bangor International Airport. Flybangor.com.
to document them and to maybe post them on our Instagram, especially
yeah.
if they write them to our literal physical address.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for joining us, guys. I'm with the man who needs no introduction. We have Santa over here. Santa, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. It's wonderful to be on with you folks.
That's right. Oh, Emma, you're a little unfestive right now. So I think we should all match.
Wow.
That was a smooth move.
We gotta bundle up. And Santa, you're all bundled up. I mean, of course, for your flight in the uncovered carriage.
It was rather chilly. Not nearly as cold as it's going to be tomorrow down here. But over Presque Isle, it was quite nippy. Yes, we'll say.
So of course you're in to kind of help us stimulate the magic of Christmas. You've been very busy this month, I can imagine, and it's only getting busier. What's your schedule like before Christmas?
My schedule, if it weren't for Christmas magic, would be impossible.
Yeah.
Fortunately, there's lots of Christmas magic, lots of Christmas cheer this year, I noticed.
Good.
Unusually happy today.
Right, especially with all that snow, it helps.
The snow is very festive, and it's much easier to land the sleigh on the snow than the gravel like last year.
I believe it.
How was it flying in with all that snow yesterday?
It was rather interesting,
Oh.
I'll just say. The air is slippery in its own right.
Oh.
But when you land, that's when it really kicks in.
Yeah.
And I had to land for a couple of engagements yesterday, and it was quite slippery.
Hi, Santa.
Oh.
I've got a new microphone for you.
Oh,
no.
Well, we had a mic issue.
Oh.
Thanks, Craig. Craig is Santa's little helper today.
Very good boy this year.
He's working extra hard, I think, to get on the nice list, but we'll see how that works out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Might have
Does
to work
that
a little
work
extra
a little
hard.
better for them, Craig? We
Is
want
our-
the
are we sounding
listeners
good
to
now?
be able to see us and hear us too. You know.
Yeah, okay, sorry to folks at home, but hey, Santa, I mean, just to recap what we're going to be doing for the next couple months, you'll be reading letters that we're inviting people to send you here on the show, and he'll be coming on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and you're used to getting letters, right?
Oh, yes, I love to hear what the children are saying. It also gives me a few hints on what the most popular toys are for the year. So that's very helpful.
And normally those letters are addressed to the North Pole, but we're going to be sending them to Santa at WVII and at 371 Target Industrial Circle in
That's
Bangor
right.
so that they can get to you here.
That's right. That will be wonderful because the North Pole Post Office is inundated with letters today.
Right, right. Wow, so it's so kind of you to kind of focus on our area right here, and we always need help stimulating the Christmas magic in this area.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Of course, all of the Christmas trees around here help.
Right.
Yes,
Great
yes, yes.
point. So as far as toys go, you say there's always kind of a favorite toy every year. Have you noticed anything the past couple of years?
Oh, yes. Legos are still very popular.
I believe it.
I love them.
Yeah.
The newest one is the Minecraft Legos. They seem to really be all the rage. And also, the new kinetic sand sets are very popular. And of course, there's always Pokemon.
Yes.
A lot of folks don't realize Pokemon's been around since Craig was young.
Right, right.
Yes, yes. And that was 25 years ago. And they were called Pocket Monsters, but it didn't take off so well. And we picked them up at the North Pole 23 years ago when they shortened the name from Pocket Monsters to Pokemon.
Wow.
And it took right off. Pikachu's been on a run ever since.
Right.
So always very popular.
And you have a good timeline of toys. I mean, you've been around for a while, so it's a lot of stuff to remember as far as toys go.
That's right, and it's come a long way since they popped the little ball into the cup. You know, that was the favorite toy.
Right.
But the elves, of course, keep up on all of that, so
Right.
it works out well.
All right, it looks like we're running out of time for today, Santa. We'll see you again on Thursday, right? Kind of same time, same place.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so we're hoping, hey, send your letters in, Santa, to get the chance for Santa to read them on air.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, Santa, thanks for joining us
Thank you,
this morning.
Santa.
It's my pleasure.
We'll-
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas, Santa.
Thank you. We'll throw it over to Devin Biggs for a look at that cold forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Tip Trailer Grocers, offering discounted and a great selection of local produce, meat, and dairy. Alrighty, here we go. Small cat advisory is posted until 1 p.m. this afternoon for this little area right about in here, as wave heights do remain a little bit active. Again, improvement will be seen as the day progresses on. Here's the wave heights right now at around 4 to 6 feet. We're going to be watching for gradual improvement, and that's why they'll be trimming back the small crab advisories here as we head towards the afternoon period. But meanwhile, though, a little bit of snow still falling out there. Bar Harbor, Rockland, mainly along the coast, so still seeing some areas of snow, reducing the visibility just a little bit. But things are starting to improve. Here's the last several hours, though. We've had some snow out there. We're starting to see that improving now. We'll start to lose the clouds throughout the daytime period today, so a partly cloudy sky will be common before we're all finished up. Bigger picture, though, here's that front right about in here. It'll be moving out of here pretty quickly, though. And again, that means some improvement on the way, but more clouds on the way coming up later on tonight. So overall, we'll still say a partly to mostly cloudy sky in that nature. So for today, a partly cloudy sky before we're all finished up, so not too bad out there. We'll have some clouds to the north later on tonight and some more clouds to the south going to the north and east as we head towards the overnight period and parts of Wednesday morning as well. But those get out of here to reveal some sunshine. So we'll call it partly cloudy for the day on Wednesday as well. Then once we head towards Wednesday night, some clouds to the north, but we're looking pretty good as we head towards early Thursday morning. As our average high temperature is now 38 degrees this time of the year, though. We'll be in the lower 30s today, actually below average for a change. Upper 20s Wednesday to Thursday, middle 30s Friday. Here's a sharp warm up, lower 40s Saturday, possibly upper 40s on the way Sunday, and also near Monday of next week. So here we go for today. We'll say lower 30s and a partly cloudy sky, and a north wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, we'll say around 9 degrees, getting pretty cold out there with a partly cloudy sky, and the north wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. As we move ahead towards tomorrow, we'll say the upper 20s, partly cloudy, the north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, Tip Trailer Grocers extended forecast. Mostly cloudy for the day on Thursday with highs in the upper 20s. We warm up into the mid 30s by Friday with a lot of sunshine, and mostly cloudy for the day on Saturday with highs in the low 40s.